Hey everybody, it's Chris with Life 180 and welcome. So today's video, I want to talk to all my life insurance agents out there and talk to you about the importance of building a list. Now, the world is changing. People, the way they're making the decisions around buying their life insurance is changing. The way they're making decisions about doing anything is ultimately changing right now. I mean, let's look at it this way. People over a year ago, before COVID hit, would never want to get on a Zoom meeting, would never even think about entertaining the idea of making financial decisions with somebody they've never met over a Zoom conversation. Nowadays, with everything, I think a lot of people who would never think about doing it before can't even imagine not doing it. It's just the new norm. It's because of everything that's been happening in the world and with the new kind of new normal and the construct of how people are having to navigate their day-to-day interactions, they're becoming more comfortable, and so that's becoming a big part of their life. So what happens from, I guess, the fallout of that decision-making behavior and patterning for consumers is that as a life insurance agent, it really impacts how you have to build your business. I've done a lot of videos talking about the need to build your authority platform. Well, guess what? As a part of that authority platform, one of your objectives is to build a list. Now, I know I said that on the surface, the concept of you need to build a list sounds very self-serving. But here's the deal. I say that from the perspective of saying you need to build a list simply because your objective is to not go out and just sell people. You want to make sure that you are building relationships with people and adding as much value into people's lives as possible. So the problem is when you go out there, what most people do is they try to create content, they try to sell people as quickly as possible, they build a sales funnel, or they build a sales system, and they just try to sell people right out of the gate. Nothing's gonna turn people off more than that. You're not gonna be able to build trust with people, you're not gonna be able to establish your authority in the marketplace, your expertise in the marketplace. And so the best way to do it is to build a list, to be able to share your content with people, to be able to have stuff that you've published, whether it's a blog post, whether it's a podcast, whether it's a YouTube video, whether it's your social media content, whatever it is, you want to make sure that you share that content and bring the value to the market with every person that enters your world, right? So here's the great part. If you use the right tools, like we use ActiveCampaign, and if you look below, if you don't use ActiveCampaign, you can actually get a free trial to ActiveCampaign with the link below. So here's the deal with ActiveCampaign. When somebody comes into your world, you can actually segment people off based on how they enter your world through whatever sales funnel or website that you have set up, right? And you can segment them off into different lists. And based on behavior, based on decisions and paths and specific links and specific videos that people click on, you can segment them out as to what specific types of information you want, that you think they will benefit from, what problems you think they're going to have, and you can create content that will help them solve those problems, which will do what? It will establish you as the authority, as the expert in the market for your industry, for what you do. And we're speaking specifically about life insurance here, but the bottom line is that this principle works across the board in every industry. That's just a fact. And so what you need to do is, rather than trying to sell people, your objective is to just get the little micro commitments from people, get them to opt in, give them value, right? Your goal is to give more value than you think you should have to give right out of the gate. Because think about it this way, your number one objective right now is to establish trust with people, period. So if you go out there and you just give them stuff that you think you would normally want to charge for, but if you can go out there and give it to them and serve in a really powerful, big way, that's going to be an exchange of value. Because if you give that, what's going to happen is they're going to give you their name, their phone number, their email, and the name, the phone number, and the email are extremely valuable for you, but you cannot take that for granted. You have to serve that person once they come into your world, and you have to give them the content that will benefit them in their life in a way that will be impactful in their life. And that is, are they looking for information on whole life insurance? Are they looking for information on debt elimination? Are they looking for information on just understanding financial basics and principles? What is it that your specialty is in? I know a lot of people deal with entrepreneurs. A lot of people are life insurance agents and they want to deal with business owners or real estate investors or, you know, estate planning, or there's all sorts of different things out there. So you need to figure out who's your avatar. How do you build a list for that avatar? The avatar is the ideal client, your perfect ideal client. How do you build a list of the people who would fit that perfect ideal client mold? And then if somebody were to come into your world that fits your avatar kind of criteria, what would you give them in a sequenced order to be able to serve them, to be able to add value into their life, to be able to build a relationship with them? That's why you need to build a list, because if you do it effectively, remember, nobody's going to opt into your world. Nobody's going to reach out to you or want to have a conversation with you about the stuff that you are looking to talk about when it comes to life insurance and how you can help them. They're not going to meet with you unless they have a need. Your job is to figure out what that need is and how it connects in with your avatar, because chances are if they found you, there's at least some correlation there. And it's your job to identify that, and it's your job to identify their challenge and figure out how you can solve that challenge for them and communicate it to them by adding value in the content that you create after the fact. So anyway, I hope that makes sense. I hope it helps. If you found value in that video, please look down below, hit that subscribe button, make sure you click the bell every time. That way you get notified every single time I create a new video. I'm doing all sorts of videos on training for life insurance agents, helping you build your business. And if you're not a life insurance agent, I still think all the videos that I create to help life insurance agents are extremely beneficial for people who are looking to buy life insurance products, because it educates you as well to be a more informed consumer, to be able to have better questions for the agents that you're working with. And of course, anybody, if you look down below, I have a link. You can schedule a time to talk with me any point in time. Go down below, click that link, set up a time with me. Happy to help you in any way I can. If you have any questions about anything in regards to life insurance or building your business or any of that nature. So I look forward to serving you. I'm just honored that you're watching this video to this point in time. So go out, have a blessed, inspirational day. I hope you crush it, and we'll talk to you soon.